everybody, Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, where we provide peace of mind to families through estate planning, elder law, and probate matters. Today we're going to talk about how to properly create a lifetime creditor protected trust for your beneficiaries. Before we get there, however, if you have any estate planning or probate questions, you can reach out to us for a free conversation at yourplanningattorney.com. That's yourplanningattorney.com. Now, this question arises often in discussions with our prospective clients as we talk about distribution to their beneficiaries. Many times, folks are under the impression that it's best to just give the assets outright to their beneficiaries, or they don't really know anything different. Sometimes they come in with the notion that they should have distributions that maybe go out to them at particular ages, in a sense trying to protect those assets from maybe being improperly spent because they're too young. And often I see a third of the assets maybe at 25 and a third at 30 and a third at 35. Well, my firm, and for the past 15 years in my practicing, I've educated prospective clients and folks about distributing the assets in a different way that gives them a lifetime of creditor protection. And creditor protection in general means that it's insulated completely if you follow the parameters, but it is insulated completely from lawsuits and any situation where a liability can arise and their own assets are accessible. That includes divorce. And so if you see yourself working hard and collecting assets, and one day you intend on handing some of those over to other beneficiaries, and you'd prefer not to have those assets potentially go to a possible ex-son or daughter-in-law, well, then this video is for you and this information is for you. And again, our firm 99% of the time creates this protection at the initial design of an estate plan. It's not something that you can add later very easily or really at all. So this lifetime creditor trust does have parameters, right? We can't have the entire cake and eat it as well. You get a stomach ache, first off, but you have to have some pros and cons. And so let me lay those out for you. There are more pros than cons, by the way. So these lifetime creditor trusts can have your beneficiary as the trustee of that trust, meaning that they're managing it themselves. That's a great positive pro. Not often can we maintain control over something and get some benefits from it with creditor protection. Here you can, because they'd be inheriting those assets from you and you had established it in that way. The income from those assets can pass along to the beneficiary throughout their lifetime, and they can use the principal for their needs. Now, what are needs? So the minimum standard to receive those creditor protections is what we call the ascertainable standard, or otherwise known as HEMS. HEMS is an acronym standing for Health, Education, Maintenance, and Support. Health and education are pretty straightforward. Maintenance and support is a little more of a maybe subjective or broad category, although there are definitions and they do vary a little bit by the states. But in general, maintenance and support is the basic sustaining of the individual's lifestyle at the time they inherit the assets. So if they go on 3 vacations a year, they can use those monies towards vacation. If they have a mortgage payment on their $1 million home, they could use it towards their mortgage payment for their home. If they have a car payment, etc. But it's not meant to sort of go to extra luxuries that are not part of their lifestyle already. For instance, they shouldn't take this lump sum and go buy a house in the Caribbean, or decide they're going to get a top-of-the-line sports car just because they have extra cash in their pocket. In this way, we're also influencing those beneficiaries to be mindful on what they're using the monies for. If they are lucky enough in life to have collective assets between their personal assets and those they inherit, enough that they could afford luxuries, it's just a matter of swapping your mindset and using which bucket for the right thing so that you maintain the protection under the creditor protected trust. As a reminder, if you have any estate planning or probate questions, you can reach out to us for a free conversation at yourplanningattorney.com. That's yourplanningattorney.com. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this information useful or think someone else may, please share, like, and subscribe where appropriate so nobody misses out. Again, I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, where we provide peace of mind to families through estate planning, elder law, and probate matters. Take care.